We are 2 years into the pandemic and in the middle of yet another COVID surge, which can be hard for all of us to cope with.
So tonight, Fox 12's Audrey Wheel got some advice from a psychologist about what we can do every day to try to stay mentally healthy. She joins us now live with some of that advice. Audrey, what'd you find?
Well, the advice she gave me pretty much falls into 3 categories: controlling what you can control, safely socializing and connecting with others, and going easy on yourself because there is just so much going on right now. Here we are in 2022, still hoping for some certainty and stability in this pandemic. And as we cope with what Omicron is bringing, Dr. Dina Jolka, the chair of the Psychological Sciences Department at the University of Portland, has some advice.
One thing that brings us some relief when we are feeling stress or anxiety or loneliness is trying to gain control over the things that we can.
She says getting good sleep, exercising, taking walks, and being outside are all good for mental and physical health, plus keeping connections with people even when it's not in person.
I do remote walks with a girlfriend, most days, and we're just both on our phones while we're walking individually. But it's so nice to have that social time. And so reconnecting with people, reaching out, saying hello.
And Dr. Jolka says there are some positives about where we are in the pandemic right now. More people have or had COVID, so it doesn't feel like a shameful or secretive thing anymore. Mental health has become front and center, including with more access to teletherapy and help in schools. And we do have the tools like vaccines to help protect ourselves. And she has some tips for people who are in isolation or quarantine too.
And if you're feeling the physical effects as well and feeling alone while you're dealing with it, that's really hard. Giving yourself a break. If you're trying to accomplish anything while you're in this stage, work-wise, just let that go. We're all kind of operating at a slower pace anyway, so being easy on yourself.
She says keep a routine like a normal sleeping and eating schedule if you can, and when there are sudden changes like going back to working from home or remote schooling, have a small group of people you can rely on to help each other out as needed. Of course, there are things that we all might feel, like COVID fatigue or times of loneliness. But Dr. Jolka says if you're feeling sluggish, pulling away from people, or find you're just not as passionate about things, those would be times to seek professional help to help you get through that. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.